It's day 4 of launch week, and we're back with another new Gadget feature, background actions. Gadget's background actions are an integrated solution for handling non-user-facing but important background processes, ensuring reliability and simplifying complex distributed workflows. In other words, we have a queue for running and retrying actions, and you don't ever need to worry about manually setting up Google Cloud tasks or Amazon's Simple Queue service ever again. With features like at least once delivery and automatic retries, you can effortlessly manage asynchronous workloads and third-party rate limits. Instead, you can focus on building robust applications without the hassle of managing intricate task execution. And the best part, background actions are exposed via an easy-to-use API. You simply need to wrap your actions with an Enqueue call, and your requests will be added to the queue. It's diagram time. Background actions allow developers to push action calls to a queue. These actions are then executed when there's bandwidth in the queue to execute the action. Queued actions can be assigned priorities, which determine what actions are run first. An action with a higher priority will be run before actions with default or low priorities. The Background Action API also allows you to schedule actions, which is great for managing time-sensitive tasks. For example, generating a custom report at a time determined by a user. Background actions also have built-in retry handling. Failed actions are automatically retried, and retry settings are configurable with the Background Action API. Let's take a quick look at how to use a background action in Gadget. I already have my app set up here. I'm just forwarding Shopify order data to an external service. I have this custom forward action on my Shopify order data model, and you can see it's just sending the entire payload, that's my Shopify order, to this service. And this service could be an ERP, it could be a data warehouse. Doesn't really matter what the service is. What does matter is that I want this action call to be reliable. I want to make sure my Shopify order payload is always successfully delivered to this service. Because I want that reliability, this is a perfect candidate for a background action because there's built-in and configurable retry handling. And it's super easy to run this action on our background action queue. Right now, I'm calling forward from my create action. My create action is triggered by a Shopify order webhook or historical data sync. See, I'm just calling forward right here. In order to run this on our background action queue, all you need to do is wrap it in api.enqueue. I am passing in my action, I'm passing in that action's parameters, and I am good to go. This forward action will now be pushed to our background action queue, and I'll be able to take advantage of the built-in retry handling. So let's test it out. I'm going to go ahead and trigger a Shopify order create webhook by checking out on my development store. And this will go ahead, it'll trigger this action, and it will enqueue my forward action. So you can see here, something has been pushed to my queue, so let's go check it out. And I can see my Shopify webhooks are now here, as well as my forward action call. I can go ahead and click on this to see more details. So on this page, I get a timeline. If my action call failed, I will be able to inspect each failure in the output viewer. I also get the input I sent into my action. That's going to be my Shopify order data in this case. I can also see my background options on this page. On that api.enqueue call, there is a third parameter I can pass in to modify these options. And some of the things I can do with these options are change the priority of the action. I can change my concurrency or retry settings. I can also schedule a background action for future execution using these options. That's how easy it is to use background actions in Gadget. That was just an introduction to background actions in Gadget. Make sure to check out our documentation for all of the available settings and configurations, and our CTO Harry's Background Actions webinar later today, where he builds a Shopify app that pushes data to an ERP system. See you tomorrow for the last day of launch week.